Hey everyone, and welcome to another deep dive. Today we're going to be talking about something that's been in the news a lot lately, AI in education.
Yeah,
It really feels like we're at this kind of turning point, where this technology is starting to have a real impact on how we teach and learn.
it really is.
I mean, just imagine classrooms where you've got students using AI to write essays and answer quizzes and even generate code.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like science fiction, but it's actually happening right now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what we're going to be diving into today. We've got a ton of fascinating sources like news reports from France, firsthand accounts from educators who are right there on the front lines, even some AI-generated text we're going to take a look at.
That's right.
So if you're a student or a parent or just someone who's curious about the future of learning, then this is the deep dive for you.
Absolutely.
Well, let's start with what really kind of kicked off this whole AI in education frenzy, ChatGPT, right?
Yeah, ChatGPT came out late 2022,
Hmm.
and it's really a game changer. I mean, it can generate human quality text, which is something we haven't really seen before.
Right.
And I think that's why it's caused such a stir in the education world. Students in particular, they've really latched onto it.
And fast.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like our news report from France highlighted this student, Tom,
Mm-hmm.
who was using it for everything from solving physics problems to outlining his dissertation.
That's right. And he's not alone. There are a lot of students who are using AI in all sorts of ways for their schoolwork.
Yeah, it's almost like a spectrum of use, right?
Yeah.
Some are just using it as a kind of study buddy,
Hmm.
to generate practice questions or summarize difficult material.
Yeah.
But then you've got others, like Tom, who are kind of pushing the boundaries a bit more, using it for more substantial tasks.
Right. And that's where it really starts to raise some ethical questions, doesn't it?
For sure.
Like, where do we draw the line between getting help and actually cheating?
Yeah.
Is it okay to use AI to brainstorm ideas, but not write the whole essay?
Right. Or can you use it as a research tool, but not as a substitute for actually forming your own arguments?
Exactly. And these aren't just theoretical questions. These are really real dilemmas that teachers are facing in their classrooms every day.
Yeah, and from our sources, it sounds like a lot of teachers are really feeling the pressure.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, they're seeing more and more suspected cases of AI use,
Right.
but proving it, well, that's a whole different story.
That's right. And there's this whole crop of AI detectors popping up now, but they're often not very reliable.
It sounds like it's leading to a lot of frustration on everyone's part.
Absolutely. And it really comes down to the fact that AI-generated text has become so sophisticated. It can mimic human writing so well that it's getting harder and harder to tell the difference.
It's like trying to spot a really good forgery. Without the right tools and expertise, it's almost impossible. But even if we can't always catch it, I think we still have to talk about the ethical implications.
Absolutely.
It's not just about policing students. It's about really creating a culture of academic integrity.
That's right. And critical thinking. We can't just blindly accept what these tools spit out.
Yeah.
We need to teach students how to evaluate information, to question what they're seeing, and to apply their own knowledge, even when it seems like AI has all the answers.
Well, this reminds me of that story from the French news report, about the parent helping his son with an assignment.
Oh, yeah, the fruit and planet problem.
Yeah, exactly. It's about matching planets to fruits based on size. And they thought, hey, why not? Let's ask ChatGPT.
And guess what?
I am dying to know.
It got it completely wrong.
Oh, wow.
I know. It just goes to show that even AI can make mistakes, especially when it comes to more nuanced or context-specific information.
It's a good reminder that these tools, as powerful as they are still just tools.
They are.
And we need to use them with a healthy dose of skepticism.
Absolutely.
Well, this raises a really important question. If we can't simply ban AI from the classroom, which, let's face it, is pretty much impossible,
Yeah.
how do we actually harness its potential while still addressing the risks?
Right.
How do we transform education to really meet the challenges and opportunities of this AI-driven world?
Yeah, and that's the million-dollar question.
Exactly. And luckily, I think we've got some promising answers.
We do.
So stay tuned, because in the next part, we're going to be exploring how educators are actually finding really innovative ways to use AI in their classrooms. Not just as a shortcut, but as a way to actually deepen learning and encourage critical thinking.
It's really exciting stuff.
Okay, so AI is here to stay in education. Like we said in the last part, trying to ban it is kind of like trying to stop a tidal wave. But what about flipping the script? What if we actually used AI to make education better?
That's the really exciting part. Our sources actually show that some teachers are doing exactly that. They're embracing AI as a tool to make their teaching even better.
I'm all ears. How are they making that happen?
Well, there's this teacher from our French news report, Jean-Marie.
Right.
He actually encourages his students to use AI.
Really? But there's got to be a catch.
Oh, there is. He makes them explain everything they turn in. They have to show that they understand the concepts, not just copy-paste from the AI.
That's so smart. So they're using AI to kind of brainstorm, but then they still have to do the hard work of thinking it through themselves.
Exactly. It's not about replacing thinking, it's about making it even better.
Yeah, like if AI can do the boring stuff, like memorizing facts or doing calculations,
Right.
then teachers can focus on helping students develop those higher level thinking skills.
Exactly. The skills that are really going to matter in a world where AI is everywhere.
I think it would help if we broke down what those higher order thinking skills really are. Why are they so important when we're talking about AI?
Sure. Well, higher order thinking goes beyond just knowing facts.
Yeah.
It's about being able to think critically, solve problems, be creative, analyze things,
Right.
put ideas together, evaluate information, all those things.
So it's not just knowing the what, it's understanding the why and the how, and then using that to build new things, solve new problems.
Right. The kinds of problems AI might not even be able to see.
This makes me think about that idea of moving away from the old factory model of education.
Yeah.
If AI can take over the rote learning, maybe we need to rethink how we teach altogether.
There are some really cool new models out there focusing on active learning, working together, and solving real-world problems, like project-based learning, where students team up to tackle real challenges, or inquiry-based learning, where they ask their own questions and follow their curiosity.
I love those approaches. They really get students thinking in those deeper ways.
Exactly, and those are the skills that will prepare them for a future where things are constantly changing and they need to be able to adapt.
It's exciting to think about all the possibilities, but if I'm honest, it's also a little scary. This is a huge change. It's not just about changing what we teach, but changing the whole culture of education.
You're right. It's a big challenge, and it's going to take everyone working together. Educators, policymakers, tech experts, parents, and students. We need to be talking honestly about AI in education, figuring out the ethical stuff, making sure everyone has access to these tools,
What?
and helping teachers navigate this whole new world.
Oh, and we can't forget about digital literacy skills.
Absolutely.
It's not enough just to have technology. Students need to know how to use it responsibly, ethically.
Right.
That means being able to evaluate information,
Yeah.
spot biases, protect their privacy.
Yes. These are essential skills for the 21st century, no matter what you end up doing in life. We need to help the next generation be more than just tech users. They need to be critical thinkers and informed citizens in a digital world.
As we dig deeper into this topic, it's clear that the impact of AI goes way beyond school.
It does.
We're talking about changes to the workforce,
Yeah.
redefining what it means to be educated,
Absolutely.
even reconsidering what it means to be human when machines can do so much.
It's a huge shift, and it raises some big questions, like what happens to jobs if AI can do so much what humans do now?
Yeah.
What skills will be valuable in the future? How do we prepare students for jobs that don't even exist yet? These are all things we'll explore more in the final part of our deep dive.
We've really gone deep on this one, haven't we? AI in education. It's a lot to think about, from that whole ChatGPT explosion
Yeah.
to the ways teachers are using AI in their classrooms.
It is, and
Yeah.
it's definitely not going away. We're seeing a total change in how education works.
It feels like we're standing at the edge of something brand new. You can see the outlines of what's coming, but the details are still blurry. It's exciting and a little bit nerve-wracking at the same time.
That's a great way to put it. And it shows why we need to be careful and deliberate as we move forward. We need to be having these conversations about the role we want AI to play in school, in our lives, everywhere.
For sure. It's not about just saying yes to every new technology or freaking out and rejecting everything.
Right.
We have to be critical, ask the tough questions, and make sure that AI helps us, not replaces us.
Exactly. And that brings us back to that big question we've been dancing around.
Yeah.
What does it even mean to be educated in a world where AI can do so much of what we thought only humans could do?
That's a tough one. But I think we found some pieces of the answer. For me, it comes back to those higher order thinking skills. If AI can do the memorizing and calculating, then we need to focus on what AI can't do. Critical thinking, problem solving, creativity, being adaptable, connecting with each other in human ways.
Absolutely. Those are the skills that will help people thrive in a future where AI is everywhere.
It's not just about living alongside AI, it's about working with it,
Yeah.
using its strengths, being aware of its weaknesses, and making sure it develops in a way that's good for humanity.
Mm.
It's kind of empowering, actually. Even with all this crazy technology, we still have a say in what happens next. We're not just watching this AI revolution happen, we're a part of it, and our choices matter.
Exactly. That's why everyone needs to be informed and part of this conversation. Whether you're a student, a teacher, a parent, just a curious person, the future of AI in education affects us all.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, we want to leave you with this. There are big challenges ahead, and there are also amazing opportunities. AI is a powerful tool, and like any tool, it can be used in good ways and bad ways. It's up to all of us to guide it, to make sure it helps create a fairer, more just, and better world for everyone.
We hope this exploration has gotten you thinking and given you some insights. Now it's your turn to keep the conversation going. What do you think about the future of AI in education? What excites you? What worries you? Share your thoughts, talk to others, and help shape how we learn in this brave new world.